How you doing, Jess?
I am not doing well. I want to go back on land.
You are on land.
Ooh, man. I think I peed my pants a little bit. Oh. Well, this will be the dumbest thing you've heard all day, so there you go. I freaking love that introduction. That is so funny.
I'm so happy with how it came out. You have no idea. Oh my gosh.
Your hard work has paid off. I love it.
I mean, it was both of us. It was definitely a team effort. So, I mean, I'm just glad we're finally getting our shit together.
I know, right? Like we've got a new look as far as the intro goes, and then we've got the new look for the backgrounds, which I can change at any time.
Please don't.
I won't.
I
I'll leave it
like
like
it.
I'll leave it like this. I didn't say I was going to change it.
I
I
know
just
you're
said I
not,
can.
but I know you can. And I hope you fight that will to change it.
Wait, you know what? You know what? I will. Okay. Bree,
Hello,
there she
Bree.
is.
How was
Hi
your
there.
week, Nick?
My week has been insane, to say the least. We have a crap ton of stuff to do at the shop, and it just keeps piling up.
Well, that's a good thing. You're not sitting on a boat anymore.
Oh, the boat's still in there. Boat is still in there. They are currently waiting on me to finish the trailer. Yay! And
Didn't the trailer fall over?
It did.
Now, was
Okay.
that your doing, or was that just a
No,
freak?
it was totally my doing. I set it up and then I made the video. Just like I don't even remember what the video was about, to be honest. Probably cussing the trailer because I'm tired of working on it. And evening, Rich. Evening.
Hey, Red.
And so I can't remember I think I was trying to move it because the way that it sit on that bench,
Yeah,
is not the most stable piece of equipment.
it
And I
didn't
think
look like it.
I just kind of manhandled it a little bit too hard, and it literally fell on the ground. And I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And so I was like, perfect opportunity. So I'm going to take a video and then I'm going to paint underneath the trailer while it's sitting on the ground.
See, we should have put that video in the beginning. But I do have to say, I think that the flow of it was just, it came together. So, but in the future, when we end up changing it up, we're going to have to revisit that one.
Yeah, and then I can also add it to the share screen. So, but
Yes.
if anybody wants to go check it out, it is on my Instagram. Utter stupidity is exactly what that was. But Jess, how was your week?
My week was good. Still going. We are getting down to the wire here to figure out what is wrong with me. So we're, all good things. So
all good things. Definitely keeping you in our thoughts and hoping everything's gonna be okay. You'll be fine. You're tough. Keep telling yourself you're tough.
Listen, if I can make it this far, I can get through it. It's just the weight's not lifted yet. Like that trailer, it's just falling.
Hey, that trailer was lifted 5 minutes after that video was made, so
but it still fell.
I had to call reinforcements, but it got lifted. Not the greatest moment in my career, but whatever.
I mean, everybody's got a pitfall in their career, and at least you made good content out of that.
I sure did. Yeah, if y'all want to see some, content made out of my fuck up, go check it out. It's on there for everybody and God to see. But
my content's been slacking, but I finally had a video, and I do have to say thank you to Vanilla for setting me up for that one, because this is the first one that's had over 300 views in a month. So we're getting back up there. We're getting back on the saddle.
Lucky you. I have one that got 6,500 views, and I was extremely happy about that. So, yay. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this game that everybody is just going nuts over. Among Us. Among
love
Us.
it.
You love it?
It definitely, while I've been doing a lot of sitting on my ass, there's been a lot of Among Us played. And I've gotten pretty damn good at it.
Well, okay, so here's the deal. I've been playing it a little bit. Because it is kind of time consuming, and it's not one of those games you can just kind of set down and come back to later because you're playing live with everybody.
Yeah.
So, and here's me being, the good kind of employee type that I am. On the game, you have to complete these tasks and try not to get killed. But if you do get killed, everybody's got to figure out who killed you. I know. Yes.
When isn't Nick acting sus, though?
I never know. Huh? What are you talking about? But anyway, not touching that game. The thing with me is I just like being the good crew member and it's like doing my tasks.
Oh my
and then
god.
Running away from people.
I get frustrated when people don't do their tasks. I'm like, what are you doing? I finished mine 20 minutes ago. I just want to figure out who the imposter is and get out. Like, let's go. It's not that hard of a game.
And then, the times that it makes you be the imposter, I hate it. Like, I'm just like, can I just, do tasks? I just don't want to do this.
I've had conversations with people and they're like, oh, I hate being a crew member. It's so boring. I'm like, I hate being an imposter because, one, I'm not good at being the imposter. I'm not good at the sneaky kills. I'm not good at the sabotages. And people have caught me venting so many times. And I mean, I have my qualms with the game too, because there's been many times where I've been the imposter and people are just like, oh, cyan sus. When I've given no inkling, the game literally started 5 seconds ago. They call an emergency meeting and I'm like, how? Like,
And see, okay, me being the kind of person that I am also, if I'm ever the imposter and I do kill somebody usually probably sees it.
oh
And
yeah.
they're like, it was purple. It was purple. And I'm just like, yeah, it was me. Can we get on to the next game, please?
Yeah, and then my thing is too, I always play with 2 imposters. I can't stand playing with 1, and I also can't stand when you only play with like 4 or 5 people because the game's over within 30 seconds at that point.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I have thrown my phone a couple times because I've lost. And it was a stupid loss too.
I can't say that I've ever thrown my phone because I mean, the game's all right, but I don't know. I guess I just didn't really get that much into it. I was just like, just let me do my tasks.
Okay, well, when you have nothing better to do than be on FaceTime, TikTok, Instagram, and play Among Us, you get a little angry.
You know what? I will trade places with you right now. You can come pull transmissions out of cement trucks and diagnose check engine lights. So how about that?
If I could, I would. I would love nothing more than to do that.
I would love to sit at home.
I mean, okay, the whole thing with it too, and even this is the thing where sounds like Jess has anger issues. Ask Ruth. Ruth knows the answer to that question. But at first I didn't realize that you could take off the, what is it, like, simulated or like privated text or something like that, like where it blocks certain words and stuff. These kids are mean. These kids are vicious. I'm like, whoa. Like,
oh, you think that's bad? You try hopping on Call of Duty and playing with these 8-year-old kids They got a dirtier mouth than I do. I'm just like, where are your parents? What the hell is going on?
Yeah. And it's just too, like, some of the things that they say on there, I'm like, that, like, that's another qualm I have with the game, where it's like, okay, I think it should be a little bit more censored because these kids say some messed up stuff. But that's also just like the mama bear in me. So,
Oh my god.
am I surprised in the slightest, Vanilla? No. No, never will be.
Well, hello, Miss Piper.
Everybody bow. Do your bows. The queen has entered the chat.
Yes, she has. She has. I
But
told one kid I'm gonna start dating his mom. No.
I would love to get a huge Among Us game with everybody in here right now. We're not starting this. We're not doing this again. Stay on your side of the river. I am in favor of that wall going up. We're not.
Oh, look at it. Look at her. She froze. Somebody get a screenshot. Quick.
I'm back.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Keep it
Excuse
up.
me. Pardon me. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, I see everybody playing the game. It seems to be entertaining. Just, I don't know. It's not my cup of tea.
It's
Like, give me Bejeweled, and I'm happy.
ooh, I can't get into that game. One game that I was unhealthily obsessed with to the point of where I was actually paying for it was Candy Crush.
Hmm. Same thing, essentially.
We're
Oh,
not doing this today.
she's getting heated. She's getting heated.
It is
She's
hot
getting
in here.
heated.
Holy crap.
That's your temper flaring.
It's gonna come out my ears. It can't right now because I've got these honkers on.
Oh my gosh.
I told a chick today she looked like a dollar store hillbilly. Not wrong. Piper belongs in Among Us. Because people make insults about you without even knowing what you look like, and you're like, how do you know this? Like, and it's hysterical.
Jesus. Y'all are so mean. I don't understand.
I mean, it happens. It
All right,
definitely
so
happens.
I've got 2 Nickisms for you today.
Oh boy.
These come from my coworker Stacy. And there's again, y'all, every one of these that I talk about, I've heard or I've said. So with that, the first one is happier than a two-pecker billy goat.
Huh?
Happier than a two-peckered billy goat.
Okay. I do not want to be courted by that goat. We're putting it there.
And the second is my mom may have raised an idiot, but she didn't raise no fool.
You're not wrong.
So, yeah, I mean, if you guys have heard them, I mean, that's just, hey, whatever. I just add them on here. Love it. I love them. And
Those were good.
They just flow.
The first one was definitely jarring.
That or he's having twice the fun.
Lord.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you, not a good Christian boy. Sorry, I'm not.
Yet you've been preaching that for how long now?
Yeah, it's a total lie.
Yeah, I called that. I absolutely called that.
I think Amy calls it every time I say it.
Yeah.
Every time I say it, she's like, whatever, bullshit.
She does.
Well, you're right. You're right.
But all right. So the what ifs this week. I don't know which one I want to start with, so whatever one comes to my mind first, I'm just gonna say.
Go for it.
What if money couldn't buy happiness?
What if money couldn't buy happiness? Or could buy happiness or
Could.
couldn't?
Well, both.
Could buy happiness.
Could.
Okay,
Let's
if
go
it
with could.
if money could buy happiness, then happiness is just finite. Because, well, most people are broke. And if you have to pay for happiness, there's going to be a lot of pissed off, angry people around.
Yeah,
Just saying. Now,
me.
how expensive is the happiness?
I mean, the
Is there
dollar menu at McDonald's brings me much joy. Let's be real. So, if I've got $1 and can get myself a hamburger, there is my joy.
There you go. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Oh, it's like a 2-for-1. Bless that goes hard. Who has to do it? And you're right. Money does not buy happiness.
No.
But I also agree with Red's comment here. I hate Monday, but I really like Wednesday.
I don't have payday right now. So, when I get
Oh,
my next payday, I will be jumping all over. All over.
okay. Well, here's my take on the whole money can't buy happiness thing. No. If it's, you got to make your own happiness, and money, I'm sorry, it'll buy things that will make you happy for a little bit, but in the end, it's probably going to end up causing you more stress. But since I am a big drag racing fanatic, I have never seen a sad person going down the drag strip. I'm sorry, I just
No.
haven't.
You don't. I mean, no, you don't.
No, I can't say I ever have. Now, if you crash your car down at the end,
That's what I was thinking.
I've seen some pretty mad and upset and sad people, but that's another thing that comes to money. Well, fuck, now I got to fix this damn thing.
Yeah. I mean, my dad was at one of the races here in Jersey where John Forrest crashed his car, and he was like, "That was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life."
Yep.
Except
Yeah,
fan of
Red,
drag.
I'm not even gonna deny that. Yeah, because I love drag racing. Okay.
RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm just gonna leave it there. I love RuPaul.
I'm not even talking about that. This is two different types of drag. Okay.
I'm well aware, but I caught on to the one that Red was insinuating that you like, so therefore
yeah.
we're gonna go
yeah.
with that one because
No, we're not.
All
I'm
right,
talking
whatever.
about I'm talking about something cool. Okay.
Just
I'm
go
sorry
on with
if
your
you like
money.
that stuff. That's for you. Whatever.
Go on with your counter if we're done here.
That was my counter.
All right. So then my next one. What if you were the last person on Earth? What would you do? How would you feel? And would you try and survive? Or would you give up?
Ooh. Well, the first thing I would do is I have obviously try to search for people, because are you going to know that you're the only one left, or you just have to find out for yourself that you are? Once I figured out that there is nobody left, I agree with Vanilla there. I'd be extremely lonely. I'd be like, oh, fuck. This sucks. I honestly don't even know.
It's a hard question.
There's like, the most destructive force on the planet is no longer there except for you. So, what do you do?
The first thing I'd do is find a liquor store. That's probably the first thing I'd do. Second thing I'd do is probably, quite honestly, nothing. I wouldn't know what to do, because there's a lot of stuff you can do on your own, but it's 10 times more fun with just one other person. So I'd probably just give up and just be like, I'll do what I have to survive, but I'm not gonna like it.
Now, what about animal life? Are they still there with you?
Animals can be there, yeah.
Oh well, shit, that'd be all right. I'd be just like that dude from I Am Legend. Find me a German Shepherd, and dude, we're gonna have a time of our life.
I thought you were gonna say Tiger King.
Hell no, we don't talk about that around here.
We are
We don't.
now.
We don't talk about that around here. Let me just clear the air with this whole Tiger King thing, okay? Yes, I'm from Oklahoma. Yes, I know who Joe Exotic is. Yes, I know where GW Zoo is. I have never been there, and we don't claim him, okay? We just don't. Although I have heard that his zoo it's all right.
I mean,
Don't eat the pizza.
at the zoo?
Yeah, don't eat the pizza.
No. Oh God, no.
I've heard so many people say that about that zoo. It's like, if you go, do not eat the pizza.
But they showed that in the documentary too, how they actually make it and stuff.
Yeah, same here, Rich. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I'd probably get more views at that point, if we're being quite honest. But
Oh my gosh. I mean, that whole show was an absolute train wreck. It was you couldn't stop watching,
is it a year ago on that yet?
getting close to
that
it, yeah.
come out in February?
I want to say
That feels
February
like
or March.
so long ago.
Yeah, it's been about a year.
I definitely watched it in March, and at that point, I think it was already out because I had already seen all the tweets about it, and people were like, "Oh, Carol Baskin, Carol Baskin." I'm like, "Carol who?" And then I watched it, and I was like, "Oh,
I've actually
Carol
got
who?"
I got my answer for your question, for your what if. The first thing I'm
Okay.
doing is going to the damn gun store. If I'm the only person left and there's wildlife, yeah, I'm going to get a gun. And yes, I will be putting a gun rack in my truck.
You wouldn't even have to pay for it at that point. You can just go and
You don't have to pay for shit ever again.
exactly.
Money is no longer a thing.
No.
I think I would have fun with it for like a week, and then I'd be like, this sucks.
Do you think you'd lose your concept of time?
Oh, absolutely. If I don't have to wake up and be anywhere, I don't have any responsibilities other than keeping myself alive. I think that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
You know? Now, when you start getting into like long-term kind of stuff, yeah, I'd probably need to go get some books.
Well,
You
here's
know?
another question now, because we're on the topic of Tiger King, or now segued from that, but I'm gonna bring it back to Tiger King.
Perfect.
What if you were trapped? You and there's one other person that you find in this world who is crazy enough to survive something that left you and this person to be the only people alive. What would you do if Carol Baskin was that person?
I think I'd try to make it work. I mean, whatever.
Oh, Nick.
I mean, oh, wait. Now, hold on. Now, before y'all take it way too far, because I can see this going south real quick. Not
That's
talking
why I
about
set
that.
it up.
That was loaded.
That was a loaded question.
God. If she was the only person alive on the planet, obviously to coexist, obviously it would probably have to work. So,
would you be scared that she would do something to you, like what she could have done to her husband?
I think if she did what she did it for money, and if in that scenario money's no longer an issue.
That's true.
You know.
That's very true.
Red. Okay. So I'm gonna shift it into third here. Red and I and Vanilla Gorilla were having a conversation last night, and I'm totally gonna make an ass out of myself in this podcast right now because I deserve it. They were talking about the show from the '90s called Growing Pains,
Okay.
and so I completely blanked. I was like, "Was that the show with John Ritter?" And then I sent another message right after. I was like, "No, that was Fred Savage." Red's reaction to both of those comments was absolutely hilarious.
Wait, isn't this the guy that's never seen a single Star Wars movie though?
I can't really blame him for that. There's a lot of people that never seen Star Wars.
I think you've got to at least watch one all the way through in your lifetime. I mean, I've watched them all except for the new ones. I've watched 3, 4, 5, 1, or 4 through 6, and 1 through 3. I don't know. I blanked on that one, but
well, anyway, the comment that he made was kick him out. Now kick him out. And apparently I was voted off the island by Vanilla Gorilla. I'm sorry, guys. But then I really took it to the next level.
Wait, they actually kicked you out or no?
No, they didn't actually kick me out.
Oh, that's really upsetting.
Later on that night, I told him, I warned him. I said, hey, this is probably going to piss you off, but I have never seen one single episode of The Office. I haven't.
Reg, you want to jump on real quick? Please?
He said I was dead to him. Okay?
Ooh. Ooh.
But in my defense, I was told he'd have that reaction, and I just wanted to see it.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Piper. I'm not the only one.
The Office is okay. I can't watch it on repeat. I mean, some of the episodes are absolutely hysterical. I do love The Office, but I know people that can binge it and binge it and binge it. Kind of like I binge Grey's Anatomy, but Grey's Anatomy is amazing and everybody should go watch it. But
see, I was always the bigger fan of the action shows. So like Breaking Bad. I absolutely loved that show. It was hard to get into at first, but once it got rolling, oh my god, I couldn't stop watching it. And then the same with this Cobra Kai that just came out.
Oh, okay.
I can't get enough of it. Even, I mean, it's silly. You know, it's got its times you're like, you could have done a little bit better than that. But, you know, hey.
I think that's all TV shows. I think there's always a couple times where you're like, you could have done that much better. But that's just
but in the end, it's still interesting to me. And Piper, I've never even watched that.
Lost is
Not
a great show. You should watch it.
Never watched it.
Great.
I've heard that
show.
several times. I would love to see it.
And
I told Red this weekend I will be watching the Godfather movies because I haven't seen a single one, which actually blows my mind.
Have you seen Goodfellas?
Yes, I have seen Goodfellas.
Okay.
I've seen so many other mob movies, and they're great, and I love them. I absolutely love mob movies, but I've never seen The Godfather.
Yeah. I mean, I've never watched The Godfather in the way that you're supposed to, but I've seen all the movies.
How are you supposed to? What does that mean?
Red knows the order. He said it like 8 times, but I've never watched it in that order. It's like you're supposed to watch 1, then you're supposed to, I think, watch halfway through 2, watch 3, and then watch the rest of 2 or something. There's some crazy order.
Skip 3 and
skip 3.
Goodfellas is okay.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But I love Goodfellas. But I also love The Sopranos. The Sopranos is my show. I've mentioned it on here a bunch, and I'm pissed at Amazon for them taking it off Prime Video because now I gotta pay for it.
Okay, watch the first half of 2, then 1, then the second half of 2, and skip 3. Okay.
See, I told you it was some kind of wacky order.
Okay.
But I
The
also love the James Bond movies. Those are the action
Oh,
movies I was brought up on.
yes.
And Austin
Yes, those
Powers.
are yeah.
If you can even call Austin Powers action, I don't know.
I mean,
That's
it is, but
definitely straight
it's
up.
like a comedy action, so yeah. But yeah, like you, I was brought up on James Bond and Star Trek
Mhm.
and Star Wars and stuff like that. It was our house. Our house was really pretty much sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know, everybody loved the sci-fi stuff, so it just stuck with me.
I mean, my brother ended up getting the whole Star Wars collection, I think, for his 5th birthday or something, and I
Yeah.
was the one that was excited about it. He kind of looked at it and he was like, "Meh, okay." And I was like,
Yes, Clinton, I have seen The Irishman, and it is fantastic. It is
I haven't
absolutely
seen it.
fantastic.
I've gotta add that to my list.
Donnie Brasco is another good one. I really like that movie.
Haven't seen that one either.
Yeah,
But
it's a little bit older. It's got Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. It's
how do
a
you
pretty good movie. Or,
how do you feel about
it's
the
Al
Mission
Pacino.
Impossible movies? Curious.
Actually, I really liked them. I haven't seen I think the last 2, Fallout and something else, but the very first one I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I think
haven't
the
seen.
second one I didn't really care for.
Was it Fallout I haven't seen? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's 1 or 2 that I haven't seen, but
Mhm.
I like them.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't know. But
Yeah, I
those
would
are my
love to
kind
see
of
the
movies.
last one. Yeah, yeah. 100% spy stuff. Spy movies.
Oh, the only James Bond I truly love too, though, if we're gonna talk about spy movies, is Pierce Brosnan. And I've mentioned him 1,000 times. I love that man. Love him.
His
Please bring
his
him back.
his were pretty good. My favorite was Sean Connery. He was my favorite
Well,
Bond.
he's the original. You can't go wrong with Sean Connery. I did
Yeah.
cry when Sean Connery passed away. I'm not gonna lie. I was very upset about that. I was also very upset about Alex Trebek. I put these celebrities on a pedestal because these are the people that I grew up watching.
Right, right.
So,
Bree, I don't believe I've seen that one. But Smoking Aces, oh, I love that movie.
yeah, I haven't seen
Love that movie.
Casino either,
Yeah.
but I've seen Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Not
But no, my second favorite is definitely going to be Daniel Craig. The way that they've done these newer Bond movies is, to me, really good.
I think they're definitely getting better. I really just hope they can keep it up. I didn't like Skyfall that much, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't too thrilled with Skyfall.
Hmm
Um,
I really liked Skyfall.
I just
Only because Ralph Fiennes becomes M, and which I
yeah,
just absolutely love Ralph Fiennes. So,
I mean,
or
it
whatever,
just
however you say his last name.
yeah, I'm not sure how to say it correctly either, but
Whatever.
I mean, it just it w because I'm so used to watching Sean Connery or Pierce Brosnan even, those are my favorite Bond movies. I'm like, they would have played it so much better for this movie.
Right,
And that's kind of
right,
what threw me off. But other than that, I think it was okay. Not one of my favorites, but we're gonna keep the legacy alive.
right, right. I think did they just come out with a new Bond movie?
It was in production, or it was supposed to come out, I think, the end of 2020, but now they've pushed it to either mid 2021, or they might have even pushed it back to 2022, just like they have with production with the Sopranos movie.
Right, right. I gotcha.
I think
I gotcha.
everything COVID put a halt on production for everything. They had to regroup, rebudget, and reevaluate their time and
Hmm
in order to make the movie. So
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Switching back to my sci-fi addiction. I'm not sure what's in store for Star Wars for 2021. Hopefully a lot, because we didn't get a movie at Christmas time, and that makes me very, very sad.
I think they should just end it.
That's rude.
It's just...
It's not played out. Everybody loves the Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda is cute, but I'm afraid they're gonna ruin it. Like, total dumpster fire.
I don't think so. I think when they brought Mandalorian out, it has had such a positive impact on everybody. There's a lot of people out there saying that it's better than the sequels, than the last 3 movies that were made, and I kind of tend to agree with that. Because the last 3 movies were shit.
Yeah, I haven't watched The Mandalorian yet because my roommate absolutely is obsessed with it, and once it came out, she binged it, and I hadn't seen season 1. I also didn't have time because that was final season for me. Got it. Maybe I will start it this week. Maybe.
You should. It's actually really, really good.
We shall.
But I'm biased. I love it. I love everything about it. So.
Hey, what's up, Rory?
Does he come in? Oh, he sure did.
Yes, he did.
Sorry, Rory. I did not see your comment.
Rude.
Talking about next of kin, merge your country vibe with the mafia genre.
That's what this is.
It pretty much is.
There's a redneck mob.
Is there?
There's gotta be.
If there is, I don't know about it.
There's gotta be. It's just...
Okay, yeah, you know what? There is a redneck mob. It's all of us Second Amendment gun-toting Americans that are tired of shit.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong.
But since we have everything going on, that's about all the politics I'm going to talk about.
Yes. I don't even know what to say right now.
We agreed to not talk about it, and here I am.
We did.
Bringing up a just smidge of it, okay?
I was the one that was like, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. What do we do? But
okay, that's why we'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that. I do have some exciting news for next week. One of my very good friends on TikTok, you guys may have seen him, you may not have seen him. Justin freaking Ray will be joining us next week on the Backwoods Collective. It'll be fun to be able to talk to him and see what's going on with his life and ask him some questions about why he is the way he is.
Yeah. And I'm so freaking excited. Oh, yes. His content's so good, guys. Go check him out.
He is definitely the king of the wheeze. Yeah. Way better than me.
Yeah, he's got you beat. He's got you beat.
Absolutely. He doesn't even have to try.
No. But it's going to be a really fun time next week, too.
What is my favorite chick flick?
Ooh, I like this one.
All right, now I can think. Since I can't think of anything, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. There you go.
You can do better than that.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that kind of shit.
Do you want me to name them off?
Yeah, please go ahead, and I'll tell you how many of them I haven't seen.
50 First Dates, The Notebook.
Okay, that's
A Walk to Remember.
That's a good one.
pretty much anything Nicholas Sparks that you can think of.
What the fuck is that?
Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord. God bless. Oh
I told
my
you
God.
this it's not my cup of tea, y'all.
Oh my God. I mean, I
I've never seen
really,
it, Clinton. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't 50. I really wouldn't classify. Okay, it's a chick flick, but like, is it? I don't know.
Would you consider Pearl Harbor a chick flick?
No.
Because it's mostly a fucking love story.
It is, but it isn't.
It is, but it isn't. But it's mostly a love story. So technically, chick flick.
Have you
Yes,
seen the Titanic?
there's some planes flying in there and some bombs being dropped, and pretty much an awful day for America right there. But more love story. Thanks.
What about the Titanic? You've definitely seen that one.
Yeah, I have seen that one. That's actually, I mean, yeah, it was a shitty thing that happened, but I'm glad they actually did make a love story out of that movie.
Yeah.
Because if it would have just been about the fucking boat sinking, that would have been really fucking boring.
Well,
Oh no, we
that's
hit
what
an
I
iceberg.
thought
Oh
it
no, we're taking on
was.
water. Oh no, we're sinking.
Well, okay, so when I was little and I really started getting into history and stuff, and I just always loved learning about history, and my mom told me that the Titanic was on, and I thought I got all excited for a documentary. It was not.
I froze. I froze. What?
Yeah, you did.
Oh
And you
really? Was I
skipped a
making a funny
beat.
face? Oh hell.
It was pixelated on my end, so I couldn't tell.
Dang. Because I'd love to get a
But
screenshot of myself making a stupid face. No, Brandon, I will not get off Pearl Harbor because it is not. It is totally a chick flick. Totally a chick flick.
yes and no.
Fight me. Fight me.
It's 2-on-1. I agree with Brie on that one.
Hater.
Yes.
Oh, fine. It's not a chick flick.
All right, I want to diffuse this one a little bit. Now, before we got on here, you and I were talking, and you had a rude again. Yes, I get excited for
What?
documentaries.
I do too. I think there's some documentaries I absolutely love watching. So
I
now I
watched.
don't know about 3.5 hours of it, but
Okay, I watched a 2-hour documentary on muskets during the Civil War and American Revolution. So
that's pretty
okay,
cool though. I would have watched that.
it.
I've never seen it.
I'll send it to you, but it's not.
Yes, Ruth, I know, and I'm still gonna be me.
But
She froze again.
yes, I did. But so there was a topic that you really wanted to talk about tonight, and I thought it was a great topic, and because you came up with it, I want you to introduce it.
Yes, thank you. Last week we talked a lot about being positive and keeping that frame of mind. And hopefully that if you do keep that frame of mind, that things will get better for you. And I feel like I'm a pretty good example of that with all the shit that I've been through. But this week kind of ties into that a little bit, and it's about asking for help. We all know that sometimes asking for help is not the easiest thing to do. 100%. It is so hard to do, especially if you are just you gotta be willing to help yourself before somebody else can help you. But at the initial asking for help, please do it. You know, if you got something that you just absolutely just need to talk to somebody about, go talk to somebody. Ask them
Even if
for help.
it's something that you think isn't a big deal, it might be a big deal to somebody you're going to too, you know? Like what
Mhm.
seems small to you or something that you can brush under the rug, there's always going to be somebody there that helps you diffuse that and work through it. And it's
That or
really
just
hard.
that or if somebody just sits there and listens to you. If all you need is for somebody to listen to you, just ask. Like, hey man, do you mind if I just talk your ear off for a few minutes? I just need to get something off my chest. That's asking for help. You know, if you, I mean, it goes as far as, hey, I'm in a bad situation. Can you come pick me up and take me somewhere safe? That's also asking for help. Yes, Clinton. The biggest step is asking for help. It's one of the hardest things that you'll ever do. And I even have a problem with it sometimes. Like, hey, one day I'd like to quit smoking. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask for help because I know I can't do that on my own because that's tough, And then
Yeah.
you've got people that are trying to change their lives with drugs or alcohol and stuff like that, or if they are experiencing extreme PTSD, and just if you see somebody asking for help, just do your best to help them to the best of your ability.
I mean, I personally even have a hard time asking people that have known me my entire life. I have a hard time asking my parents for help with something so small and something
Mhm.
to me that seems dumb, but in their eyes, it's like, no, if it matters to you, it should matter to us. And we want to
Right.
be here to help you through it. And that's something that's taken me a really long time to figure out and come to, and I still have a hard time asking people for help because I mean, it mostly stems from the amount of time that people weren't there to help,
Hmm.
But
Maddie, you've always got me to talk to, buddy.
yeah.
You know, sometimes I may not be able to do the video chat, but if you send me a message, I will always respond.
Oh yeah.
So,
Matt,
and I
you
think
know
that's pretty
that.
much everybody in here.
We got you.
Um, you know, asking for help, oh my gosh, it pertains to everything in life. Um, when I was coming up in my career, um, at first I didn't really ask for help. I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I'm gonna figure this out on my own. I was a cocky teenager.
Yeah.
I didn't want anybody's help. I'm gonna figure this shit out.
Yeah.
You eventually hit a roadblock. With anything that you do, you're gonna hit a roadblock. You're gonna run into problems. And to have the guys that I had whenever I was growing up in this business help me the way they did, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Oh yeah.
And so one of my favorite things about my job is that when somebody needs help, they come to me and ask. I'm like, sure, yeah, here, let me show you exactly how to. Let's say it's an electrical problem. I'm like, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to understand this. I want you to start here and start here. If you can't find the problem here, cut it in half. Okay, check it there. If it's not there,
Mhm.
cut it in half again. Just things like that. I will help you no matter what, as long as you ask for it.
I think what's also comforting in those situations too, because when I first started out, I mean, it's definitely not my career, but when my first job was working with kids and doing party hosting and that kind of stuff. And my favorite thing was when people that have been doing it for years would say to me, they would help me with something and then say, you can always come to me if you feel uncomfortable going to somebody else, or like
Hmm.
somebody that showed you how to do something, they know what they're doing, and you can trust that person too.
Yeah.
So I think that helps in all aspects of life too, where it's like, oh, maybe I vented to you about a cashier giving me the wrong change or something, and they wholeheartedly listened.
Hmm.
And then you're like, okay, I can trust this person. Just as small as that. Yeah.
Rory, I think I could probably get out from underneath one of those, though. Just push it aside. Be all right.
I couldn't do that.
Oh, they're only about 600 pounds. It's nothing.
Only. That would kill me.
Oh, well, it wouldn't. It doesn't feel
Oh,
good.
boy.
I've had it happen before, and it's not fun. It is not fun.
Yeah, no,
You know,
that would
being
have.
in my
I would not be here.
being in my field, you get all kinds of stupid shit happen to you.
Probably.
Oh, but one more thing that I wanted to talk about tonight before we signed off. We've kind of been going back and forth with the name of our podcast. We wanted to get some ideas from you guys. If you had an idea for the podcast name, please send it to us.
Yeah.
We're just trying to see if something else would stick. If something screams out to us, then we might consider changing it.
Yeah.
But it's just a thought that we've had the last couple days, and yeah,
Frozen. No.
I'm frozen. Goofy face.
No, I think Clinton's saying that's what we should name the podcast.
Frozen.
Not that you are frozen.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
But yeah, if you guys have any ideas, we are definitely open to them. The Okie and Piney Show.
That was just hurtful. Anybody but Rory.
Rory, you've been voted off the island.
Rory's always voted off the island.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Well, do you have any exciting plans for the rest of the week? I know I don't.
No.
I really don't. Just work.
None. Okay, besides finally figuring out what's wrong with me, that's about the most exciting thing. Other than that, I think I'm starting to get a cold, which is dangerous. I feel it in my throat, and that's scary because if I can't get this stuff done, we're not naming it the Jersey Devil. Get out of here. First, I get yelled at for not being around. I show up and vanished faster than it took me to make 3 minutes. Oh, Rory, I miss you, buddy. Yeah,
man. Yeah, we don't hardly see her around anymore, bud.
We miss you. That's the only reason I'm coming back at you. But yeah, so also keep an eye out on my TikTok on Thursday. I should be posting a video around 5:30, 6 o'clock. You're not gonna want to miss this. I did day in the life vlog today. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go check that out. It wasn't all that funny. It wasn't funny at all. But I mean, I tried. We're trying different things. Ooh, I like
those
that.
are both really good. Bree and Ruth. Fantastic ideas, y'all.
How about this? We will choose from these and put a poll on our Instagram. And
wonderful idea.
And we'll have the Backwoods Collective in there too, because I'm still I really like the name.
Yeah.
That was the one name that Nick and I both said, that's it. That
right.
We're doing it. And then we were this is a back and forth thing. But
well, we also at the time, whenever we picked that name, we were like, we like it, but we may try to think of something else.
We did,
So
because if
now
you
we're
go
just
back and watch,
finally. Go ahead.
if you go back and watch episode 1, we even say whatever we decide to call it.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
true.
that from the script because
Yep,
I wrote.
yeah, that's right. Yes, we had a script the very first show, you guys, and after the first show, we were like, "This is the script."
We were like, because I thought it would take us longer to read it, and then I'm like, that was 2 minutes of
We
our
blew
show.
through that. Yeah.
And then there's Nick and I staring at each other like deer in headlights the entire time. We're like, what do we do now? Dance? Oh,
Look at this.
fun time.
You're gonna hurt Rory's feelings. Way to go, Jesus
Well,
tits.
Rory, it'll get on the pole, okay?
Actually, yeah.
I will not hurt your feelings like that, buddy. It's not gonna happen.
But I am definitely pumped for the Oddcast tomorrow with Red Rich and Miss Piper. It is
Yes.
going to be a good show.
I'm very excited for
They're
that.
having Zarbo on there tomorrow, along with You've Been Whacking Off. So that'll be a fun show.
As soon as I heard Euban was on the show, I was like, I'm sold. Not that I wasn't already sold, but I was like,
Yes.
Well, Euban also shouted me out in his live the other day because I said hi to him and he said hi to me, and Euban has no idea that I'm even a human being. Therefore, I was like, yes, we're moving up.
And then we have Blackstock Thursdays and the Gorilla Lounge with Vanilla Gorilla, and we are so excited for all three of those shows.
I really do.
For the next
also,
2 days.
I want to give a really big shout out to Vanilla because the first show that you put on, 1, was awesome. 2, thank you for all of the insightful information from Alex. And 3, I can't wait to see what you do after that because I thank you. And that's where I say my piece. Because nobody wants to
9
hear me talk anymore.
Eastern time, not 8. I know I had that wrong, man. I'm sorry. I will change it as soon as this is over. My bad.
We did that last week too, and I told you to change it, and you said you changed it.
I did not say I changed it. I thought, never mind. I'll fix it.
We'll fight later.
But yes, next week I am definitely excited to have Justin freaking Ray on here and get to talk to him. So I'm pumped about it. We're both pumped about it. But with that, you guys, I think we are going to sign off and do our after show stuff, and I will fix that fucking problem.
AKA me yelling at Nick for a good 10 minutes
by the way, she posted a hateful story on Instagram about me, which I'm getting a little huffy puffy about.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. You've baited things. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Oh my gosh. But we appreciate you guys coming in.
Bye, guys. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
We'll see y'all next week. Yeah. What she said.
Get it together.
I know.
I gotta be nice.